supervised machine learning algorithm, that is the support vector machine, we should have some clarity about what an algorithm and what are the different type of algorithm and what are the machine learning algorithm. Then I think it will be easier for us to study in details about this support vector machine. As we know, algorithm is a generic approach to interact with computers and how to execute a particular task. Okay, the ways to do a program which is a logic wrapped around some syntax that we understand, and this logic we call it as an algorithm, and we have a number of definitions for these things. It is a step by step procedure that is towards solving a problem in a computer world, that we call it as an algorithm. In machine learning, this is also subset of artificial intelligence, or we can say machine learning is also artificial intelligence that provides computer with ability to learn without explicitly programmed. That means all the times we need not sit around or beside to give instruction. It should learn without any explicitly program, and this program can change when we expose it to a new data set. That means it should be dynamic in nature. Okay, then the supervised learning, and there are different type of learning, as you know. One is the supervised learning, one is the unsupervised learning, the next one is the reinforced learning. In the supervised learning, it uses a training data set for prediction. That is the thing we know. The difference is that here input data and response are provided. That means what is the data, what is the labeled response for that one, it is provided. So the purpose of these things, that is the supervised learning, it builds a model which can predict a response for a new data set. When I am giving a new data set, the response it can predict. So that is the purpose of these things. We can take an example. Say when we go for some solved example, worked out example, here one example is completely solved. The output, the input and everything, the solution, everything is given. And when we do similar type of things, we can try for new programs and we can solve it. So that is the example of our supervised. We can take some live example. Suppose we need to predict whether today it rains. We know that for prediction of these things, we need some features or some parameters like the temperature, the humidity, and the direction of wind it is flowing. So these things we have to collect the data, and based on the comparison with the existing data and response, we can predict the possibility that it rains today at some percentage, it will be there 90%, 100%, what is there. Okay, based on that we can predict. So these are coming under this supervised learning algorithm. Now we discuss about the unsupervised learning. The key difference is that here we draw inferences from data set consisting of input data without a labeled response. That means data is given and what is the response, labeled response, it is not provided there. Then how you take a decision? Here decision is taken out of one's own understanding and experiences. It is based on the experiences. For example, say the first time when you are going to cook rice, you have no idea, you never cooked rice, so you add more water, less rice, or less water, more rice. You try all these combinations. After sometimes you find the perfect match. For 1 cup of rice, if you provide 2 cup of water and put it in a pressure cooker for 10 to 15 minutes, then rice will be ready. So this is only you drawn from the experiences. Okay, so like that you take an example of baking a cake. For baking a cake, so many ingredients required. Say suppose you can take the flour, you can take the color, you can take the essence, you can take all this butter, you can take all these refined oils, all the things we can take it. Okay, so for this what you need, we go on doing, and by doing we learn and we get some experiences and we apply all the things. Another example I am giving you, suppose that is the self-learning. So you learn yourself, there is no external teacher is given, only from your experiences only you learn, and that is the example of unsupervised learning. Then you go for the reinforced learning. In the reinforced learning, what we do, it is actually inspired by the behavioral psychology. What do you mean by this behavioral psychology? Suppose a situation comes where kid has to take a decision on his own. It is from his past experiences. At the end only we say it is good or not good. For example, we cannot sit beside the kid to train him or counsel him throughout the day because the parents or the teachers they have other works. So what we allow him, okay, you teach, you do something, you learn something, you whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, we check it is good work or bad work or poor work. Then we counsel what the work you have done, it is excellent, you go on, or it is not good, so you can go on and you do it like this. So this is the type of things where we can go for these things. This is coming under this reinforced learning. Okay. Then here what we do, we train the machine and we predict the output. That is the main purpose of these things. Then this support vector machine, it is a classification algorithm, and here we use SVM kernels. The kernels what we use it here that help us in solving all these problems. What are the applications? Now we can apply in various areas like face detection, like text categorization, like classification of image, like biometrics, handwriting detections. All these areas where we can apply our support vector machines. Now how to implement all the things? See, there are 4 or 5 steps. First we load data. In the loading data we perform some classification. Then we go for the exploring the data. Here we go for labeling and the target. Then we split the data. Around 80% of the data, the data set, we go for the training data, and 20% we go for the testing of the data. Then we generate a model. For generating, we use the support vector machines, and then we go for some modification and evaluations. We go for the modeling, then we go for the evaluation. So these are the various stages for our implementations. Now we move to our main thing. What is this different type of things? Suppose I go for the classification. In the classification, suppose you classify between A and B. So what is A and what is B? A cat and dog. Whether it is yes or no. Yes or no, maybe. So the chances I go to college today. It is yes I go, or I do not go. Or maybe in the afternoon after the lockdown period, after 5 o'clock I may go. Okay. Then some anomaly detections like that is that weird, like that. Then for the regression, how much and how many, all these things we use to go for that one. Then the clustering, how things are organized, this type of classifications use. Then the reinforced, what should we do next? These are the things it is coming under these things. Now coming to the supervised or coming to the SVM supervised machine learning algorithm, it is purely used for classification problems. Okay, and in this algorithm we plot each data item as a point in n-dimensional space. Here n is the number of features we take with the value of each feature being the value of a particular point or particular coordinate. Okay, then we perform some classification by finding the hyperplane that differentiate the two classes. So this is the main thing we do it here. Now we will explain in details about this support vector machine in our next video. Till then, goodbye. Take care of your health. Until then, goodbye.